Hi, this is Andy W. Shepherd from andythecoach.com. In the last video, I was talking about how to make empowering outcomes, look for empowering outcomes, because most of the time we're kind of we're making New Year's resolutions and we're trying to get some goal setting, and it's completely disempowering. So I taught you and shared with you how to make it empowering, how to make it something that we're going to really jump out of bed and go, yeah, I want to go and work out, or I want to get those extra dollars, or whatever it is that you're seeking. So if you've not watched that, go and watch that video. I really recommend that. Then you'll be kind of on track for this one, because this one is all about how to get it, how to get what you want. And there are so many books out there from the people like Wallace D. Wattles, from the people who did the film and the book The Secret. You know, I'm sure you've all heard of this. Bob Proctor and people like Jack Canfield and the Reverend Michael Beckwith and many, many others. And, you know, there's so many other people like Esther Hicks and like the late Wayne Dyers and so on and so on and so on, are really into this secret of what law of attraction's about. So I don't want to lose you on this. Please keep watching this, because this is one of the most important strategies and secrets for success that there is. And if you get this down pat, it will completely transform your life. And we're doing it already. We're using law of attraction, but we're doing it in a way which is not supporting us, because it's kind of crazy. But basically, whatever we're holding in our mind is what we're going to attract. Well, how the heck can this be? The thing we need to remember is that everything around us is energy. Einstein proved this. E equals mc squared. He showed that energy equates to matter and matter equates to energy. That's my simplistic view of it. But you can go into much more detail and you can find out in depth about it if you want. But to me, keep it simple. And if you're not sure, then go and try it out. And it's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you my morning manifestation march, as it were, my morning manifestation meditations. There are two ways of doing this. The best way is to, like, as soon as you get up, just put your running shoes on and get out of the door. If you think about it, you're not going to do it. Trust me. You know, we have to get into a routine. Routines are really good. And I'll be talking more about that tomorrow, for example. So what you need to do is get out there. Go walking. That's one good way. There's another way if you don't have the time or the ability to walk, because sometimes we're sick, sometimes we're injured. It's not possible. Not a problem. I've got you covered, okay? So let me tell you about what to do in the morning. The best way of doing this is to get out of bed, put your running shoes on, and some clothes, of course, that's a good idea, and get out there and do what is this hour of manifestation. So the way to do it is the first third of it, the first kind of 15-20 minutes, is working on gratitude and just looking at everything around you and being grateful that you got out of bed, be grateful that you're alive, be grateful that you've got breakfast, be grateful you've got some great running shoes on your feet, or be grateful you've got running shoes if they're not great. It doesn't matter. You've got shoes on your feet, which is great. Be grateful for what is around you, the tree, or if you're in nature, or a flower, or a person who goes by who appeals to you, or the sun that's shining on your face, or the snow which is beautiful before you. Whatever it is, just think of things that you're grateful for. Be grateful for your parents, be grateful for the people in your family, be grateful for the loved ones that you have, be grateful for the loved ones that you've had, be grateful for the job that you have, be grateful for the fact that if you don't have a job, that you will have a job in the future. Be grateful for everything that you can think of, be grateful for it all. Just have this mind of gratitude. And as you do this more and more, you'll find that this attitude of gratitude becomes kind of, to me, as I do it more and more, it's almost like a meditation of love. And you're creating generating this love and gratitude. It's just a beautiful thing. And if you are focused on gratitude, I promise you, your problems will fade away. The reason that we have problems is because we're focused on lack. We're focused on what we don't have. You know, the Buddha Atisha, the first ever Buddha, said, we want too little. We should want all the things that we already have. So there, words of the Buddha, can't be a bad thing. The second thing that we should do is to do visualization. So visualize all the great things that you've done. So look at yesterday's list. Look at what you did there. Look at the things that you wish to achieve. And just really visualize the end result of being slim, of being healthy, of having that money, of having that holiday, having that new house, or whatever it is that you're focusing on. And you will attract it. Just believe it's there. And today's video, I could talk at length. I could do a whole course on this, but I'm just going to give you the essence just to get you going. Is that okay? If you've got any questions, PM me or write a comment below, and I'll talk to you about it and help you in any way that I can. So this is great. By this point, you're going to feel really, really good. I remember when I was in Brazil, everything was falling to pieces, but I found this method and was trying it out. And I was so happy. I was happier than I'd ever been, probably in the whole of my life, because I knew that this method was going to work. I knew that this law was irrefutable, that I was going to get exactly what I was imagining, what I was visualizing. And I felt so good, I can tell you. Third is to do affirmations, which is really, really cool. And again, that is something that you could go on forever about. But, some of the good things are, some of the simplest ones are things like, every day in every way I get better and better. Every day in every way I get richer and richer, stuff like this. But this is an art in itself, and there's lots of different ways of doing it. And, people like Bob Proctor and Jack Canfield have written some very big things. And which are really awesome, which I can talk to you about as well and share with you some of my favorites. Another one is Catherine Ponder. She's actually a minister, and she's just so awesome. She's written several books which are just incredible, using prayer power. And what is prayer power? Prayer power is affirmations. You're talking to Source and asking what you want. So this is really, really awesome. One thing that I did try when I was single was to go, I'm irresistible, all the girls love me. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Used to make me laugh as well. And something? It worked. I mean, it's worked with lots of people. If you use that, be careful. I've had several friends of mine, for example, a beautiful blonde, and she was like going, how did I turn this off? The guys just keep, hassling me. This is crazy. I mean, I was doing my morning manifestations and a girl stopped me dead in my tracks. And, she thought I was really interesting and wanted to talk to me because of this affirmation. They do work, but you need to believe in them. You need to believe that they're going to work. Otherwise, it doesn't. What works if you don't believe in it? Very little. So at least give it a go and say, okay, I'm going to be open-minded about this. I'm going to do my best. And sometimes a bit of negativity will go into your head. That's normal. You just have to keep the rhythm going of whatever it is that you're looking for and keep going and keep going. And you when you get it right, you're going into a bit of a trance, which is awesome. This is like self-hypnosis. So this is going deep into your subconscious, which is great. We've got a whole bunch of limiting beliefs that we've had ever since we were born until now that we're destroying with these great affirmations. And if you don't have time to do your 30 minutes or your hour or 15 minutes or whatever for your morning manifestation march, or you can do a morning manifestation meditation. Okay, so what is that? Well, this you could break down to about 10 minutes. And what you do is you do like 3 minutes of gratitude, just meditating, just emptying your head and just meditating on, what are the things that you're grateful for. So it's the same as you would if you were walking, but you're just sitting static. The next then is to do your visualizations and then to do your affirmations at the end. So maybe if you're kind of living with somebody, you're not going to be able to say it out loud. As you're doing the walk, try and say it out loud. If you're in the middle of nowhere, then you can really give it some welly, as we call it in England. It means give it some energy, and that can really work well. So that's something for you to experiment with and try, because there are times when we just can't go out there and do it. So that is going to at least be pretty effective. And this 10 minutes can be as long as you want it to be. You could make it longer, just put it into thirds, a third of gratitude, third of visualizations, and a third of affirmations. So that is it all in a nutshell. So if you want to know more, I'm doing a great course, which is Set Your 2017 Up to Win. This is a pilot. It's going to be group coaching, but it's going to be video and live, and you ask your questions and stuff. If that's interesting to you, PM me. That's going to be kicking off in the next few days, and that's why I'm doing these videos, because I want to impart some of the content with you so that you can get ready and get going with this immediately. But doing it in a group is always going to be much better, isn't it? So I hope that's been useful to you, and contact me right below if you wish. Contact me directly. Be great to talk to you. So set yourself up to win. Manifest a magnificent day and make this world wonderful. Bye for now.